Hello, hope you're doing well. This is Jason Chavan. I'm doing a quick update on what's going on with Memo. If you're not aware, Memo's been working on an open source version and it's out there. There's two parts. One's a server backend called Index, and then there's the front end called Desktop, both available on GitHub under the Memo Cache project. So if we clone both those repos locally, we can take a look. So for Index, you need to build it first, and then you can run it, and it'll start a server, and you have to have a Bitcoin node for it to connect to, and it'll start downloading transactions and blocks. This one is already up to date, so right now it's just listening to mempool transactions. And then for desktop, it uses npm, so you run npm start and it'll bring up the desktop app. And alrighty, so how does it all work? Let's try a test user. We'll call it test and the date. Whoops. And give it a password. Let's see. I'll generate a new one. And just give me a sec here. Okay. And create an account. Okay, so if you have a Memo account, and then you go into account, and you export your key, and then grab your mnemonic phrase. Then you can, in the desktop app, we'll create a new one, 0308, and create a standard wallet. This is very similar to Electron Cache if you've used that before. Okay, import your mnemonic phrase. You can set a password. Okay, so now you can see, it takes a second to generate addresses. If you go to your profile, JavaScript, gotta love it. Plus the video recording is making this take a little longer than normal. Okay, so it's generated the addresses, and you can see that they match the profile address and the first address in this wallet. Okay, so let's fund this wallet a little bit. I'll do that separately. Just a second. Okay, well, I'll leave open the desktop app so you can see it update in real time. Okay, so I'm sending 10,000 Satoshis. Send. All right, they show up instantly. Okay, and then refresh here, and they show up in the balance here. And then if we do something like test message, post it, shows up on Memo, and should show up in here as well. Interesting. History. Okay, well, it's showing up in the history. Okay, so clearly there's a few, there's a reason this hasn't been publicly kind of packaged and released yet. There's still a few little bugs, but you can see it mostly works. Let's see. Let's try posting a message from here. Test from desktop. Post. Okay, there's a setting that can be changed, but for now, you get to sign and broadcast it from here. Okay, so it shows up in the history, and then if we post refresh here, it shows up on here. And similarly, we can set a profile name, test 2023-0308, and set. Okay, instead of doing that transaction window, we can go to settings and then skip password for basic and save. Okay, so now if we do this, we do test 2023-0308 set. So that sets your profile name. You can see it sets it in the website as well. So it's kind of getting there. Currently still working on like the bugs you saw and getting like some token support and some other things, but pretty much it's kind of ready to go. Hopefully we'll have it wrapped up in the next couple months or two, and then have like a public index server that it can connect to so that people can just run desktop without having to run the indexer, and then also packaging the desktop app in a downloadable executable rather than having to run npm and building it locally. So that's the current status right now. Please check it out. If you don't want to run your own indexer, feel free to contact me and I can potentially open up an index for you to talk to on the web, and you can try it out yourself. So let me know what you think. Thanks.